As we stand at the beginning of a new year, a blank slate, I want to ask you a question. What would your life look like if you stopped chasing applause and started chasing excellence? Instead, we live in a world that's loud. Everyone seems to be broadcasting their achievements, sharing every small success,
and chasing
recognition. It's tempting to join the noise, to announce our goals before we even taken the first step, or to seek validation at every turn. But this year, 2025, let's try something different. Let's work hard in silence. Silence isn't the absence of noise, it's the presence of focus. When you choose to work quietly, you eliminate distractions, you don't waste energy explaining yourself to the world. Instead, you channel every ounce of your effort into what matters: your work, your growth, your dreams. We're often told to dream big, but few talk about the grind, the persistence, and the moments of doubt that come with chasing those dreams. This year, let's stop worrying about what people think of our journey. Let's fall in love with the process, the sweat, the late nights, the quiet mornings, because the process is where the magic happens. Here's a truth many forget: success doesn't come from one big win, it comes from the small, consistent actions we take every single day. When you plant a seed, you don't see the fruit immediately. You water it, nurture it, and trust that one day it will bear fruit. Your effort works the same way. Why do you do what you do? If your answers to impress others, you'll find the road long and empty. But if your motivation comes from within, to learn, to grow, to contribute, you'll find joy even in the hardest moments. This year, let your why come from within. There's a lot of noise in the world: opinions, distractions, fleeting trends, but noise doesn't move you forward. The signal does. The signal is your purpose, your vision, your calling. Tune out the noise and focus on the signal. That's where your energy belongs. Let your work do the talking. You don't need to announce your plans or shout about your progress. Trust the process. Trust yourself. When the results come, and they will speak louder than any words ever could. This year, 2025, let's commit to working hard in silence, not for applause, not for recognition, but because we believe in the power of quiet, consistent effort. Let's show the world what's possible when we focus, when we persevere, and we let our results speak for themselves. Here's to a year of quiet, meaningful work. Let's get to it. Thank you. Silence has often been misunderstood as weakness or passivity in a world that values noise and attention. Yet the most profound and enduring achievements often begin and thrive in silence. Think about a seed planted deep in the soil. It doesn't shout as it grows. It doesn't announce its presence to the world. It works quietly, leveraging the nutrients around it, stretching towards the light, and eventually breaking through the surface. Strong and vibrant. The same principle applies to success. The foundation of great achievements isn't laid in the spotlight, but in the quiet hours of dedication, effort, and focus. Silence creates space. Space to think, to plan, and most importantly, to act without the distractions of external noise. When you choose to work in silence, you're not avoiding the world, you're choosing to prioritize what truly matters. We live in a culture of instant gratification where visibility often seems more important than substance. Social media and constant connectivity encourage us to showcase every step, every milestone, every win, but the truth is the most valuable work happens behind the scenes. The artist perfects their craft in solitude before unveiling a masterpiece. The athlete trains relentlessly away from the crowds before the world sees their performance. Silence is not about hiding. It's about preparing. Silence eliminates distractions. When you aren't preoccupied with explaining your goals to others or seeking validation, you have more energy to devote to what truly matters: your craft, your growth, your mission. This is where true focus is born, without the constant pull of external Opinions you can fully immerse yourself in the process, unearthing creativity and resilience you might not have known you possessed. Consider the stories of those who revolutionized industries or achieved greatness. They didn't start by announcing their dreams to the world. They started by quietly working on their ideas, refining them, and building a strong foundation before stepping into the spotlight. Their silence wasn't secrecy, was intentional. Focused silence frees you from the need to prove yourself prematurely. It allows you to take risks, make mistakes, and learn without the added pressure of an audience. When your efforts aren't on display, you can fail forward without fear of judgment. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, not a public spectacle. Furthermore, silence protects your energy. Instead of investing time in justifying your decisions or defending your progress, you can channel that energy into action. You can focus on what truly drives results, your commitment, consistency, and creativity in a world that often rewards the loudest voices. Choosing silence is a revolutionary act. It's a statement that says, I trust the process, I trust myself, as a commitment to substance over spectacle, to long-term success over short-term applause. So this here, embrace the power of silence. Let your actions speak louder than words. Let your results tell your story. Build something so remarkable that when the world finally sees it, they'll understand the strength and wisdom of working hard in silence. We live in a world where the spotlight can seem more important than the substance. Praise feels good, it's affirming, it's validating, and it's addictive. But when the pursuit of external recognition takes precedence over the value of effort and learning, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. Success isn't born from applause, is born from dedication to the process. There's no denying the thrill of praise. It gives a fleeting sense of accomplishment, a momentary boost to our confidence, but the danger lies in relying on it as a measure of worth or progress. External validation is fickle. It comes and goes, often dependent on factors outside our control. When we anchor our sense of success to how others perceive us, we become prisoners of their opinions. Praise, in many ways, is a byproduct, not a purpose. When we focus too much on seeking applause, we shift our energy from creating meaningful work to curating an image. We begin to prioritize what looks impressive over what's truly impactful. The process is where growth happens. It's in the late nights, the early mornings, the quiet persistence when no one is watching. It's in the mistakes that teach us, the challenges that shape us, and the moments of doubt that strengthen our resolve. The process is often messy, frustrating, and unglamorous, but it's also where transformation occurs. When we focus on the process, we embrace effort as its own reward. We understand that the journey is not just a means to an end, but a meaningful experience in itself. Every step we take, every skill we develop, every lesson we learn adds to our character and capabilities. True fulfillment comes from within. When we shift our motivation from impressing others to improving ourselves, we unlock a deeper, more sustainable source of drive, intrinsic motivation. Working because we find value, joy, or purpose in the task itself outlasts and outshines any fleeting praise. Think about an artist who spends hours perfecting their craft, not for an audience, but for the sheer love of creating, or an entrepreneur who experiments, fails, and tries again, fueled not by accolades, but by a vision. Their work isn't dependent on recognition, it's powered by passion, curiosity, and commitment. When we focus on the process, we allow ourselves the freedom to be imperfect. Mistakes are no longer failures or opportunities to learn. Every setback becomes a step forward. This mindset shift not only reduces stress, but also encourages innovation and resilience. The process is where the Magic happens, praise may feel good in the moment, but it is fleeting. The lessons learned, the skills developed, and the growth experienced during the process stay with you forever. So this year, let's commit to valuing effort over validation. Let's find joy in the work itself and pride in the progress we make. When you focus on the process, success becomes inevitable, not because of the praise it brings, but because of the person it shapes you to. Let's focus on the journey, not the applause, because in the end it's not the cheers that define us, but the quiet determination to keep moving forward one step at a time. When we think of success, we often imagine it as a singular, transformative event, a big win, a groundbreaking achievement, or an overnight leap forward. But the truth is, success rarely comes from dramatic moments. Instead, it emerges from small, deliberate actions repeated consistently over time. This is the compounding effect of effort, and it's one of the most powerful forces in personal and professional growth. Every great achievement starts with a single step. It's easy to overlook the value of these small actions because their impact isn't immediately visible. Going to the gym today won't instantly transform your body. Saving a small amount of money this week won't make you wealthy overnight. Writing a single paragraph won't finish your novel. But when these small actions are repeated day after day, week after week, they begin to compound. Each work builds strength and endurance. Each dollar saved grows into financial security. Each paragraph contributes to a completed book. It's not the size of the action that matters, it's the consistency with which it's performed. It's tempting to believe that big, intense efforts are the key to success, but intensity without consistency is unsustainable. A single intense workout might leave you sore for days, but it won't make you fit. Writing for 8 hours straight might feel productive, but it won't establish the habit needed to complete a long-term project. Consistency, on the other hand, builds momentum. It creates habits that become second nature, reducing the effort required to keep going over time. These small, consistent efforts create a snowball effect where progress accelerates and results compound in ways you never imagine. The principle of compounding isn't just a motivational idea, it's a proven concept in many areas of life. In finance, compound interest turns small investments into significant wealth over time. In fitness, regular exercise strengthens muscles and improves endurance incrementally. In learning, studying a little each day solidifies knowledge more effectively than cramming. The same principle applies to personal growth and professional success. When you commit to small, deliberate actions, you build a foundation that supports greater achievements in the future. Each step forward builds on the ones before it, creating exponential growth over time. One of the biggest challenges of consistent effort is the lack of immediate results. It's easy to feel discouraged when your hard work doesn't pay off right away, but patience is the secret ingredient of the compounding effect. Progress often starts slow, almost imperceptible, before it suddenly accelerates. The key is to trust the process and keep going even when results aren't yet visible. The compounding effect of consistent effort reminds us that big results are the product of small actions done repeatedly. Success doesn't come from grand gestures or fleeting moments of intensity. It comes from the quiet, steady commitment to showing up every day. This year, focus on the small, deliberate actions that align with your goals. Trust that each step, no matter how small, is moving you forward. With time, effort, and patience, you'll look back and realize that what once seemed impossible was built one small action at a time. It's not about the size of the steps you take, but the consistency with which you take them. Keep going and let the power of compounding transform your life. In a world that thrives on likes, shares, and applause, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking external recognition as a measure of success, but external validation is fleeting. It satisfies momentarily only to leave us. Yearning for more true fulfillment comes not from the applause of others, but from the deep personal satisfaction of knowing you've given your best. It's the difference between chasing applause and finding joy in the journey. Clarify your why. Reflect on why you're doing what you're doing, what drives you, what excites you. Let that purpose guide you. Set personal goals. Focus on goals that are meaningful to you, not ones designed to impress others. Celebrate effort, not just results. Recognize and appreciate the hard work you put in, even if the results aren't immediate. Detach from outcomes. Focus on what you can control, your effort, attitude, and perseverance, rather than external rewards. This year, let's commit to finding joy in the journey rather than seeking approval from the crowd. Let's focus on the work that matters to us, the growth that excites us, and the purpose that fuels us. When you're motivated from within, the journey becomes its own reward, and success becomes a byproduct of living authentically. Forget the applause. Listen to your inner voice. It's not about who's watching, it's about who you're becoming along the way. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's harder than ever to separate the noise from the signal. Noise is everywhere. Opinions on social media, breaking news alerts, fleeting trends, and unsolicited advice. It's loud, constant, and demanding. The signal, on the other hand, is quiet, steady, and far more important. It's what truly matters, your purpose, your goals, and the values that guide you. The challenge is learning to tune out the noise so you can focus on the signal. Noise is anything that distracts you from your priorities. It might come in the form of criticism from others, comparisons to peers, or even the endless scroll of social media. Noise doesn't just compete for your attention, it drains your energy. It pulls you in 100 different directions, making it harder to concentrate on what's truly meaningful. One of the biggest dangers of noise is that it's often disguised as urgency. Emails marked important, notifications pinging your phone, or a trending topic can all seem like they require immediate attention, but in reality, most noise adds little to no value to your life. It's fleeting, superficial, and often irrelevant to your long-term goals. The signal is what remains when you strip away the distractions. It's the core of what truly matters, your vision, purpose, and priorities. Unlike noise, the signal is timeless. It doesn't demand your attention, it earns it by being aligned with your deeper values and aspirations. The signal is where you should focus your energy. It's the meaningful work you're passionate about, the relationships that enrich your life, and the goals that drive your growth. The signal is steady and clear, but it's also easy to overlook in the chaos of daily life. To focus on the signal, you must first learn to recognize the noise. Start by asking yourself, is this contributing to my long-term goals? Is this aligned with my values? Is this worth my time and energy? If the answer is no, it's noise. Set clear priorities. When you're clear about your goals and values, it's easier to identify distractions. Limit exposure to noise. Reduce time spent on social media. Turn off unnecessary notifications and avoid environments that create more chaos than clarity. Practice mindfulness regular. Reflect on what truly matters to you. Journaling or meditation can help you stay grounded in your signal. Embrace saying no. Not every opportunity or request deserves your attention. Protect your focus by learning to say no to what doesn't align with your priorities. The world will always be noisy, but you don't have to listen to every sound. This year, let's commit to tuning out the distractions and tuning into what truly matters. Focus on the signal, the work that fulfills you, the goals that inspire you, and the relationships that bring meaning to your life. The noise may be loud, but the signal is far more powerful. When you learn to differentiate between the two, you'll find clarity, purpose, and progress. So quiet the noise, amplify the signal, and let 2025 be the year you align your energy with what truly matters in a world that often prioritizes appearances over substance. It's easy to get caught up in talking about what we're going to do rather than focusing on actually doing it. Announcing intentions can feel rewarding, giving us a sense of progress before we've even started, but real success isn't about what we say, it's about what we achieve. Actions and outcomes are the ultimate proof of effort, and when we let results speak for themselves, they tell a story far more powerful than words ever could. When we share our goals publicly, it can feel like we've already accomplished something. We receive encouragement, praise, or admiration, which provides an instant sense of satisfaction, but this can be a trap. Psychologists call this phenomenon social reality, where talking about our goals gives us a premature sense of accomplishment, reducing the motivation to actually work on them. Talking about your plans is easy, following through on them is where the real challenge of the real growth lies. Results, not words, are what ultimately define success. Results are undeniable. They cut through noise, skepticism, and doubt. While words can be questioned or forgotten, outcomes stand is tangible evidence of effort, persistence, and capability. When you focus on achieving results rather than seeking recognition along the way, you shift your energy toward what truly matters. Taking action, results also build trust and credibility in professional settings. People trust those who deliver, not those who merely promise. In personal endeavors, results reinforce self-confidence and prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving what you set out to do. History remembers people for what they accomplished, not what they intended to do. Innovators like Thomas Edison, leaders like Nelson Mandela, or athletes like Serena Williams didn't just talk about their dreams, they worked tirelessly, often quietly, until the results spoke for them. Their actions, not their announcements, are what left a lasting impact. This principle applies to all of us, whether you're building a career, pursuing a passion, or striving for personal growth. Your legacy is shaped by what you do, not by what you say you'll do. When you let results speak for themselves, you allow your actions to be your voice, and that voice carries more weight than any words ever could. Focus on the work, dedicate your energy to the task at hand rather than seeking validation. Be patient, results take time. Trust the process and resist the urge to seek immediate recognition. Embrace quiet effort, work hard in the background, knowing that the outcomes will eventually tell your story. Measure progress regularly. Assess your efforts, not to boast, but to ensure you're moving in the right direction. This year, let's shift our focus from announcing our plans to executing them. Let's trade promises for progress and recognition for results. When you let your work do the talking, you don't need to prove yourself with words. The outcomes speak louder than anything you could say. So let 2025 be the year of quiet effort and undeniable results. Let your achievements tell the story of your dedication, perseverance, and capability. Work hard, stay consistent, and trust that when the time comes, your results will speak volumes. As we step into 2025, let us embrace a mindset of quiet determination, purposeful action, and unwavering focus. Let's commit to working hard in silence, allowing our results to speak louder than words. Let's value the journey over the applause, the signal over the noise, and the process over fleeting praise. This year, let's strive for consistency, channeling our energy into small, deliberate actions that compound over time to create significant results. Let's find joy in the effort itself, fueled by intrinsic motivation rather than external validation. And most importantly, let us remember that success is not about what We say it's about what we do and who we become along the way. Thank you for allowing me to share these thoughts with you. Here's to a year of focused effort, meaningful growth, and quiet victories that resonate deeply within us all. Let's make 2025 the year where actions define us and results inspire others. Thank you